Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving my Scorpio May 2019 horoscope forecast part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is as far as May goes, the Sun will be in Taurus from the 1st until the 21st, so the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. There could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on relationships, significant other, marriage partner, open adversaries, legal matters, negotiations, compromise, reconciliation, even a grandmother perhaps. And given that this is Taurus energy, a lot of this energy could be gone about in a very ponderous manner. It could be done in a very methodical, plotting manner, a lot of patience, persistence, and perseverance, and perhaps especially dealing with matters pertaining to open enemies and legal matters, negotiations. Now, in some cases, this could shine the light, so to speak, on a Taurus open adversary. It could be a Taurus Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Taurus characteristics. And remember, the Sun can be the father as well. So in some cases, this could be like a Taurus father that might shine as an open enemy at this time, so to speak. Again, it could be a Taurus Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Taurus traits. Next thing up, as far as May goes, the Sun will be in Gemini from the 21st until the 31st. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, well, this could be about a lot of concentration of energy, focus, and attention on transformation, shared resources, emotional, moral, monetary support, sexual relationships, intimate relationships, crisis situations, one's legacy, insurance, taxes, astrology, psychology even. And given that this is a Gemini energy, this may be done, unlike the Taurus energy, this is more vacillating energy. It could be done, though, with a lot of, in a very animated manner, very perhaps a very spirited manner as well, but with a lot of changeability, a lot of restlessness, and there's not as much as persistence, of course, in contrast to the Taurus energy. Now, in some cases, so to speak, this might shine the light on some Gemini surgical issue. It could be something connected with the hands, the arms, anything that could be Gemini related. Could be some carpal tunnel in some cases. And remember that the Sun rules either the left or right eye depending on gender, so this could also be some kind of very fickle eye issue, or one of those issues where you have one of the eyes maybe moving a little bit faster than the other. Remember, Gemini is rapid energy. So anyway, well, the next thing up is there will be a new moon in Taurus on May 4th. So the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, this could be about, in some cases, a new Taurus open adversary. It could be a Taurus Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Taurus characteristics. It could be a new Taurus significant other if you are unattached at this time, Scorpio. And again, it could be a Taurus Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies Taurus traits. It could be a new persistent, stubborn legal issue in some cases, unfortunately. But also, too, this could be about the beginning of very persistent negotiations, and ones in which you show a lot of patience and a lot of calmness. And this could also be about rekindling a connection with the Taurus grandmother. Again, it could be a Taurus Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Taurus characteristics. It could be a time where you start to begin a project where you collaborate with someone on something Taurus related. It could be something with gardening, cultivation, architecture, agriculture, anything artistic, including drawing, painting, or sculpting. So those are some ways that this may manifest. Now, next thing up, there will be a full moon in Scorpio on May 18th. So the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, Well, in some cases, this could be about completing a transformation of the physical body, and especially if this is actually the first house in one's natal chart. This could be a time too, when you talk about full moons in astrology, it could be a time where one may become tired, full, exasperated at something or someone. This could be a time where you may become tired, exasperated, full, so to speak, and overly surreptitious, perhaps sadistic and vindictive, vengeful, sneaky, even perhaps a person you knew from your early childhood. Could be a grandmother in some cases. This could also be about the unveiling or revelation of something. The first house, physical body, it could be something connected maybe with a physical issue, with Scorpio physical issues, such as something with the pelvic area or the reproductive systems, anything that could be Scorpio related and given to. It could also be about something maybe within yourself where there's like maybe an unveiling. Remember that this is a little bit paradoxical because you're having a full moon take place in the first house of new beginnings. So what could happen is you might be able to end something connected maybe with somebody, again, as an example, from your early childhood, and it might free you up perhaps to start something that could be Scorpio related as far as a new beginning may go. So those are some ways this may manifest. So anyway, well, the next thing up is Mercury will be in Aries as far as May goes, from the 1st until the 6th. So the 6th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, one way this may manifest, this could be about having very direct and outspoken communications, perhaps with an aunt or an uncle. It could be somebody prominent in your daily routine. This could be something too where it might be somebody prominent in your work or your place of employment. Remember that Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Aries characteristics or traits. It could be ones that maybe they figure more prominently your daily routine, your work, your employment. This could also be in some cases about Aries thieves, and again, it could be Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or ones that embody Aries traits. And remember that this Aries type thieves could be very direct and bold and brazen. So be very careful in your daily routine at this time, Scorpio, and also at your place of employment, or if you're at some you're doing something as far as health related, or providing some service to others. Make sure that these people are ones that are on the up and up, so to speak, and they're not playing a game with you and trying to just, get you for some other reason to try to rob you or something. So anyway, and it could also be about abrupt, very spontaneous breathing issues in some cases, because Mercury can be about breathing. Aries is very abrupt, spontaneous energy. 6th house is the house of health, but also you might be incorporating a lot of original, pioneering, and innovative thinking on a day-to-day basis at this time. So anyway, next thing up is Mercury will be in Taurus as far as May goes, from the 6th until the 21st. So the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this could be a time where you may be learning as far as demonstrating having things demonstrated visually, learning with others at this time. It could be also too, it could be about Taurus siblings. It could be Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or ones that embody Taurus traits. Might figure prominently in legal issues at this time, negotiations, compromise, maybe even issues with a grandmother. Could also be about Taurus thieves that you might be dealing with as far as just others in general go. They could be Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Taurus characteristics, and they might, at this time, Taurus energy could be very greedy, very avaricious. They could be, so just be careful at this time if you're trying to negotiate with somebody, that they're not getting, more, if it's a monetary issue, that they're not getting more than they actually deserve, because Taurus energy, of course, could be very avaricious, very greedy. This could also be about very persistent, tenacious type conversations, communications. in legal matters with a grandmother, with others in general, with a significant other, and also about assimilating information very slowly but surely, very methodically at this time with 7th house people, such as a grandmother, such as a significant other. It could be somebody you're in a business connection or partnership with. So anyway, hold on a moment, people. Next thing up is Mercury will be in Gemini as far as May goes from the 21st until the 31st. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, you might find yourself talking about manifold 8th house matters. It could be talking about various things connected with astrology or psychology. And even your mind might be very restless at this time as far as 8th house matters may go. I mean, you might be trying to think about one thing, 8th house related, then something else. This could also be about Gemini siblings. It could be Gemini sun, moon, or ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Gemini characteristics that might figure prominently in crisis issues, shared resources scenarios, moral, emotional, monetary support. It could even be really just, this could be something too, depending on the aspects it makes, whether they're beneficial or to your detriment. An adverse aspect to your, say, to your natal Saturn could indicate they might actually be to your detriment. It might be real as far as crisis issues and moral and monetary support, shared resources. You might find out you're giving more than you're actually getting. You might be losing, because Saturn, of course, can be about loss. It's about restriction. So anyway, next, and also too, you might find yourself speaking very eloquently regarding 8th house matters such as astrology, psychology, transformation, things that are connected with 8th house matters such as death. You might have manifold ideas associated with death at this time. So anyway, last but not least, Venus will be in Aries as far as May goes from the 1st until the 15th. So the 6th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, it might be about spending money on an Aries health-related matter, such as something with the head or the face. If you're unattached at this time, Scorpio, you might connect with an Aries sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Aries characteristics. It could be somebody that might be prominent in your daily routine, that you've provided service to, somebody you meet at a health venue, such as a health and fitness center. Could also be about valuing courage, fortitude, and assertiveness in matters related to your employment, to your work life. It could be maybe in matters that you maybe in your daily routine. And also too, this could be about enjoying, maybe making money doing something Aries related at this time, such as something with welding, carpentry, working as an EMT, working as a surgeon, anything that could be Aries related. And also too, remember that Venus could be connected with the throat, the neck area. So it could be something where you get some very, being in Aries, maybe some very abrupt, spontaneous issue might come up with that throat area, neck area, especially when it makes, if it's making inconjunct aspect to your actual ascendant in your natal chart, or there's other things that could reaffirm these kind of issues, such as making an adverse aspect to your natal sun as well. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Scorpio May 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be giving you my Scorpio May 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.